Okay, looks like the sound is good to go. King Thwomp. Every time you join in and go, "Urgh!" it really does start off the day like oh so right.
I enjoy it. I do.
That being said, I remember it being King Bob-omb, but was it King Thwomp? I thought it was just the Big Thwomp or something like that. I don't remember his name. I don't remember him having the title of King Thwomp. I'm gonna check real quick. Thwomp boss SM64. He is called the Womp King. Alright, so...
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. I'll give it to you. He's the king. What a great name for a character, too. A Thwomp and a Womp. It tells you everything that you need to know just based off of that.
All of the Mario villains have really cool names like that. Don't you think?
Yeah, Boo is also a great name. Tells you everything you need to know.
And more recently, the Pokios.
Or as I call them, the Pokilopes.
That's right.
Okay, well, let's just get started so I don't, because I started 30 minutes late, and I don't want to be up until super late doing this. Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome back to The Witness. I feel like I'm pretty much at the end of this game. I've done the mountain. I've done, as far as I can tell, every laser. I have done the boat. I've done... I think I've basically done everything. But the problem is that this game doesn't give you much in the way of a progress bar. Now, if I go here and I say, like, load a game, it'll tell me how many I've solved, sure. But that doesn't tell me, like, if I've completed every zone or anything like that. Like, what would be kind of nice is if the game had an interactive map where it would tell you, like, based on this section, these are all of the, these are all the puzzles that you solved in it. Here's all the environmental puzzles that you found in it. You know, something like that would be fantastic. But they don't give you that, which is alright. I mean, I get that that's the kind of premise of the game, that you're supposed to just make those things for yourself. But, oh, confound that internal fucking hallway. I think I meant to say infernal. But anyway, I get that the point is that you're not supposed to be given things like that because Jonathan Blow feels that, like, a tutorial insults your intelligence or something. I'm not sure. But, in this case, I kind of want my intelligence to be insulted because I don't know if I've skipped over anything, and I feel like I must have, but I couldn't tell you, so all I'm going to do at this point is just go full steam ahead and do the inside of the mountain, and I will rely on comments and live audience to tell me, like, oh, you missed a thing. That's not what I think of you. But if that is how you speak, then I'm sorry for making fun of you. Okay, I just need to adjust one thing on my end real quick, and boop, boop, boop. Let's go up here and see if I've solved all of this, and I have, so let's see what happens. Alright, that did something, I guess. Let me go down and see if I can figure it out. I don't remember this being on, so that looks like it did something cool. But I don't see where that goes just yet. I will keep an eye on that as I go down to the next level. Maybe I will see the cable. There it is. And that guy is somewhere. We'll keep an eye out for him. I don't think that I can get to that area just yet. My guess is that I need to get across to that place, and then that'll take me down to the next area. Let's start solving some things. So this is the final area. I assume that it's going to be like the hardest stuff that I've seen so far. I wonder if I can solve this from over here. I can. So I think I can just do that. Oh, I am not nearly close enough to see all those little details. There's a couple little, like, nuts and bolt things they need to cover up. So, what I can do, apparently, is I have access to this weird, like, bridge thing. So, if I do something like that, that'll get me close enough to the things that I can at least solve those puzzles on the wall, because I'll be able to see them. So let's do that real quick. That's a really, really pretty looking color. It's a little on the Lisa Frank side for my taste, but it's...
Lisa Frank's amazing, though.
Yes, it's very, very, very pretty and very, very unicorn. Okay, so let's go ahead, lop that guy off, come over here, do that, easy enough. And this is cool, they're graphically broken. So I have to click on this one, and that's going to be interesting because that means that it's going to be much worse than the next puzzle. What do you fucking know? Alright, so I go down here, and we have to apparently solve this, and then cover up that guy. And that got me here, and this is a nightmare. And I can't go around, but I can solve this. What is this, like the trash? What? Is this like the test chamber that like the fucking, they were trying to contain the witness monster in, and it exploded out and blew up all the puzzles, and they're like, yeah, science has gone too far, and they had to call in Gordon Freeman, but he couldn't stop it. This is really, really weird. Alright, what happens if I do this? If I take this sort of approach. That might be able to... Well, I'm not going to be able to get over there because there's a freaking trash compactor in the middle of the puzzle room. What about something like that? Well, okay. So, it seems like what I should be doing is something like this, where I come around here and solve it this way. I just need to block off the two, like, white and the black squares from each other, which is very, very easy to do. And this way I can walk around the entire floor. And, well, at least I can walk around all the puzzles freely, and I don't have to worry about having to cross to the middle section. So, I mean, it would be hard enough to solve these puzzles staring dead on them. It's much harder if I have to, like, look at it from this side, at this angle, and try to figure out what I'm doing. So, what we got here is a failure to communicate. No, we gotta do this. And then that, and then we're up. Okay. Oh, lovely. Alright, so we have two black squares. And then we have a purple that must be bound up with another purple. So if I do... well, give me a minute here, because I gotta wait for the puzzle to scroll. What a sentence that is. I probably want to do something like this. Then block off that black square, which doesn't quite work. So, probably... something like... Nope, that won't do either, because the two pointy guys aren't going to have any friends. What about something like this, where I loop in the two black squares, and then the pointy guys and all the white guys are together? Perfect. Could not be simpler. Why is this one easy? Ah ha 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 ha. Alright, I want to do that. And then that solved it. Okay, what the hell is this one gonna do to me? uh, 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 okay, just remember that the control switch, so I just want to move to the right now. Then I want to move up. No, I want to move to the right, and then I want to move up 2. And then I want to move left 1. And then up 2, right, and then out. That didn't do it. Why didn't that do it? Okay. Down. Right. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's move back up. Let's move to the right. All the way. Let's move up now. Let's move left 1, 2, up, right, and out. There we go. That solved... Well, it solved something. Okay, probably shouldn't have done this right after, you know, eating dinner, because I'm now actually disoriented, but that's fine. All I need to do now is just create a similar bridge solution on this side as the one I just did, and that will allow me to solve the puzzles on the right screen, which will do something, I guess. Don't know what. Ah, lovely. Okay, nope, that's not a good idea. This is a good idea. Oh, great. There's a little doodad right here that I need to block off. So they're hiding all the, like, they're hiding details of the puzzle in between the broken up blockies. That's fantastic. Okay, I think it's something like this. Nope, there's a little wang doodle there. So we have to go like that. No, okay, not a good call. What if I were to do something like this? Okay, that solved it. If you're not able to see what I'm doing, like, good luck, because I can barely explain what I'm even looking at. But I'm clearly solving the puzzles. Somehow. It's just like you have to read between what your mind is seeing so that you can like discover the joys of witnessing yourself. Okay. Oh. Oh, very lovely. Something like this, I think, is what I want. Oh, okay. One little guy is hiding up there. Okay, well that's easy enough to deal with, I think. He was like right there, I think. So if I do that, that's not gonna solve it. Yeah, okay. What about a solution that's like this? No. I actually have lost track of where that thing even is. I think it's right. I think it's over here. Let me solve this wrong so I can refresh my mind of... Okay, there's one there and there's one there. Alright. If I do that... I do that. Then I do... Whoa, okay. This will work. Okay. Perfect. I would explain it, but I don't want to look at it and explain it. Okay, so I see that we have to cover up one up here. God, it's like looking at a politician's tie on a TV. I hope people understand what I'm referencing there. If not, you should look at a tie that is ill-suited for a television at some point because they look like pixels. Okay, let's quickly solve this one because I'm very curious to find out what happens when you solve a literal garbage puzzle. So 4 across like that, and then 4 up. We'll do something like this. And then it didn't let me solve it because I'm not able to see the actual exit. Okay. Is there a angle on this where I can see the exit? It is. I just need to actually go over here. And I need to solve this a little bit differently. But if I do that, then I'll be able to solve that broken monitor. So just come over here and do that. And now I have the best possible positioning so I can see the monitor here as much as I can. That should be good enough. So what did I do? I block this gentleman off and then come over here and do something like that. This is a completely different solution than the first one I did, but it should be just as valid. And that did this puzzle, which is something like I take that guy, we then do 2 and 2 like that, and this doesn't actually solve the puzzle, so I need to stop. But I can come all the way down, loop this guy in, loop that guy in, come all the way up here, and that also doesn't look like it's going to solve the puzzle. So I can grab this guy. I can what about okay. Let's block off this one. I'm starting to see another alternative to what I was originally thinking, which is So this doesn't quite solve it, and everything is so fucking slanty that I can't actually see what I'm attempting to do here. But I suppose that's the point. So if I do this, though, then that will solve it just as well. And we're done. That didn't do it because it's a 3. Oh, so I was close. I thought that was 2 squares bundled up next to each other, but I'm mistaken. So that's no problem because my solution is still the correct solution. I just need to I just need to incorporate one more block into it. And it looks like we are good to go. Alrighty. So I just need to make a bridge that works now. And it needs to just take me over to that exit over there. And to do that, I just need to what do I need to do? Something like this. Well, that won't work because it goes straight through the middle of the trash compactor. Oh, but it looks like there's a hallway in the trash compactor. I see. I see. So if I just go over here and do that and then loop around, then as long as I walk through the hallway in the trash compactor, I will be able to get around and go to the other side without a whole lot of trouble, as you can see here in my perfect solution. Now, what I need to do is flip my thinking so that I come through on this side and then walk out over here. So let's go ahead and do that. And that is done by coming over here Take this jabroni up here. Grab that. And then that doesn't work at all. Okay. How about I come over here. Okay, I need something on this side. I know that much. So I need that to also be the first area that I walk by. So if I do this, then we're in really good shape. Except I don't... I think I just need something like that. So if I come over here and I loop that, and then I come over here and make like a ziggles, then that should not work. Alright. Let me go ahead and actually try it though, because you never know. Alright, it did work. Cool. So, this is where we get the plot of the game. Oh boy. I don't have to talk for a while.
Two major schools of Zen exist in Japan, the Rinzai and the Soto. Both have the same goal of seeing the world unmediated, but their approaches are different. In the Soto school, the emphasis is on quiet contemplation in a seated position without a particular focus for thought. The method in the Rinzai school, however, is to put the intellect to work on problems that have no logical resolution. Such problems are known as koans, from the Chinese kengan, meaning public announcement. Some are mere questions. For example, when your mind is not dwelling on the dualism of good and evil, what is your original face before you were born? Others are set in a question and answer form, like, what is the Buddha? Answer, 3 pounds of flax, or the cypress tree in the courtyard, to name but two of the classic responses. According to tradition, there are 1,700 such conundrums in the Zen repertoire, and their common aim is to induce a kind of intellectual catastrophe, a sudden jump which lifts the individual out of the domain of words and reason into a direct, non-mediated experience known as Satori. Zen differs from other meditative forms, including other schools of Buddhism, in that it does not start from where we are and gradually lead us to a clear view of the true way of the world. It is not a progressive system in this respect. The sole purpose of studying Zen is to have Zen experiences. Sudden moments, like flashes of lightning, when the intellect is short-circuited and there is no longer a barrier between the experiencer and reality. David Darling, 1996.
As far as everything I've heard about Zen koans, I don't actually know how it's pronounced, to be totally honest. I've studied a certain handful of them. That is a very, very accurate depiction of what it's like to study Zen thoughts, Zen philosophy, for lack of a better term. It's sort of like you're given a puzzle that seemingly isn't even a puzzle at all, but is designed to, like, trick your mind. It's sort of like being presented with the most unfair test you could ever imagine, because the idea isn't to, like... The idea isn't to arrive at a solution that seems satisfying in the way that our minds normally engage in, which is about, like... I don't know, how should I say... you know, about, like, succinct answers and, you know, stuff that's... Oh, man. It's very hard to explain Zen, and I'm gonna stop now. Let's look at these windmills and shit. We saw one of them. My assumption is that this was a joke about the game design process where it was like, oh, look at all the models of windmills that we tried to make and threw them all out because we hated all of them. These are the... it looks like the Sydney Opera House or something. This is like the tree houses over there, I think. That's kind of cool. This is the one I kind of remember. That's where the laser beam was. So I guess the plot is that there was a madman that put together this entire island, and thy name was Blow. Oh no, not you guys again. God fucking damn it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna solve this one from a distance, because if I have to get up real close into it, then that's gonna give everyone a poop seizure. Okay, these are all the same. Oh, just the best. Okay, this looks correct. It's not. It looks like the one in the upper right was the one that wasn't correct. Oh, because I grouped it in with everything and I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we can come up here. And... what did I want to do? Something like this. This is the solution. Alrighty. Have I gone to the caves under the windmill yet? I have not. I will check that out before I leave. Yeah, that was a thing I was wondering earlier, because I couldn't figure out, what I hadn't done and had done in the game. Okay, so this is kind of nice. I just wait for it to turn magenta, and then you can figure out what colors these are. So these three gentlemen are yellow, and then this lad and this lad is a cyan. A cyan is AF. So we want to do something like this. I think. No, okay, so this guy didn't get grouped with anything, but all I need to do is actually group him with something, and then we should be good to go. So something like this is actually a totally fine solution. And then if I group that, and then group that, like this is a perfectly easy solution except for the fact that I screwed it up. But all I need to do is just ever so slightly change what I just did. And to do that, all I need is this. And that won't do because I blocked that off. Alright, how about I do this? There we go. Oh, this guy got grouped with two yellows. So that's not correct. I need to group that with this. Oh. Darn. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. Come through here, block that off. And this guy is unhappy because I guess he's probably not the same color as this. Okay, so this guy is actually cyan. Good to know. So this is cyan, and these two are both yellows. So all I need to do is something like that. And then something. Hang on. Yeah, I need to do this. That's kind of a given. And then I need to do not quite. Close. What if I come over here, group the cyan with something? Okay. Let's group the cyan. It's easier for me if I group the cyan by itself. I know that much. And then if I group it by itself, then I could do something like that. But then the cyan star doesn't have a friend. So what is a guy to do? Ideally, I'd have a solution that does something like this to group the two cyans together. And that solution is doable so long as I figure out a way to not group the two yellows together. Like, if I were to do this, then that's basically a solution except for the lower left yellow is going to complain. Like so. So, what I need to do instead of that is... This is a terrible idea. What I need to do instead of that is something like... Something like this, except... This looks alright, except... Ah, man. Hang on. I'm starting to see the solution, I think. I want to come up over here, then come around this way. And... if... I could also... No, I can't do what I was about to suggest. I was going to say I can group the stars with their respective colors, but then the squares will complain at each other. So I don't want to do that, after all. If I do something like that, and then something like... this... if only there was a way to not include the cyan there. Or the cyan and the yellow there. This is relatively close, but also not close enough, or not close at all. That won't work. If only there was like another yellow pointy star thing, but there ain't. So I'm out of luck there. I wonder if using the term ain't makes me sound like I'm trying to be Frank Sinatra or something like that. Like, I feel like when I use the term ain't, it makes it sound like I stepped out of Guys and Dolls. Like, yeah, you wouldn't want to be a dame, would you? Oh, yeah. Okay, what about look over there, we got two goyles.
Goyles. Sounds like a medical issue.
I'm sorry, doctor. It's a goyle. Alright, this is going poorly. I'm also getting really, really annoyed at looking at these flashing lights. So that's nice. I've heard that the mountain is where the game decides to be very frustrating for basically the lulls. So I'm starting to get that sense here, as I did not solve this correctly just now. God damn it. I thought I had it. Okay. What if I do this? What are the rules to this game? You are very, very late to the party to be asking that question. There are, at this point, like a billion rules in this game. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I'm not a big fan of this end game, where it's literally just like, welcome to Seizure Mountain. But I'll deal.
It's Lisa Frankville.
Oh. Apparently I would never want to move to Lisa Frankville. I thought I did before I moved to Lisa Frankville and realized that it's a dark and scary place. A double fairy backslap. Okay, how about I do this, and it makes me want to die. Okay. I've operated all of these solutions off the assumption that I have to break off this cyan, which I thought I would need to do. But I'm wondering if I could make my life easier by making a different assumption, by doing something like this. Which, this feels pretty close. What about... Okay, if I do something like this, where I've looped in, where I loop in the two cyans like that, there's definitely a solution that I'm starting to see that I can form around this. So if I come over here, I partition that cyan away from everything else, I then come over here, and then I grab these two yellows and block them off, and then the blues are with the blues, and that solves it just fine. So I was wrong with my assumption that I need to base everything off of blocking off that cyan, and for people that did know that solution, I'm sorry. Please stop yelling at me. I'm just a whittle boy. Just a sexy little boy.
My sexy little baby.
No, I'm not gonna steal a Games Grumps reference. They're the Games Grumps. I'm not a comedy thief, unlike Keith. Okay, when things are blue, what color is that? It is green. When things are blue, what color is that? It is purple. So magenta, magenta, green, green, and it's weird. I feel like some of these are cycling in different colors than the other. And it's like something about it is designed purely to throw off my eyeballs. And I don't like it one bit, but I can't do nothing about it, so. Alright, well, we want to have, whatever our solution is, we want to have something like this in the end, I'm sure. And these things are the same color, so I guess the game is letting me do that. This is going to give you a seizure, I don't even get seizures. I agree. I'm very tempted to actually put up a epilepsy warning or something, because this is ridiculous. Cool. What if I do something like this? And, just put that guy by himself. This looks like it will work. Okay, who's mad? Looks like this star in the bottom right is mad because I grouped it with two cohorts there. So I don't want to do that. I want to gently lift and separate everything in this game. Yeah, I can't do that. I have to do this. Okay, assuming that I have to do that, then I have to eventually get to that square. So if I do this to start things off, then that's not going to work. If I do that, then that's not going to work. What about a partition like this? That's a terrible, terrible plan. Who even came up with that? That's looking relatively promising. If I come over here, and then I... What does this need to be grouped with? It needs to be grouped with that guy. Is there a way for me to... No, that doesn't look like it's going to work after all. What about... Okay, so I have to... If I am correct in my assumption that this is a group, then it must be the case that I go... If I go to this tile... Whenever I get to this corner, I have to be able to approach it. I have to be able to go up from it. So this wall is blocked off like that, meaning that any solution that I come up with is going to have to do something like this. I could also do that. Okay, if I go up here and then grab these two, then come down, and then grab these two, and then go up this way, then that will solve it. I'm 99% sure that that's the answer here. So I grab that, I come up here, I group this guy off, and then I make the right shape, and that solved it just fine. See, this is pretty. Why couldn't they have done that for these fucking grids? This is the only one that makes me not want to die. I feel like these puzzles were made up by the person, like, basically learning, like, here's how to program a vertex shader in, like, OpenGL. Like, they just finished their OpenGL class. See, that's wonderful looking. That's what... That looks like a unicorn's pee stream. And this looks like a unicorn's television hellscape. Alright. I need to get a sip of root beer real quick. Ooh. That was awful. What did that do?
I want to try it.
There's some in the fridge that you can have for yourself. Who do you
Your
think you are,
reaction amused me,
Who do you
and I
think
wanna
you are,
try
my
it.
girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, you can have some of the root beer.
Thank you. I just wanted to sip.
Okay then. If you just wanted a sip, why didn't you ask?
Because I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't realize you were going to interrupt yourself when I went for it.
I had a friend in high school whose girlfriend would pull this thing where every time they went out for food together, she'd be like, I'm not hungry. You know exactly where this is going. She'd be like, I'm not hungry. And then they'd be like, all right. And then they'd like get like some food. and all of the sides she would eat. It'd be like if they went to like get like burgers and fries, she'd be like, no thanks, I'm not hungry, I don't want to get anything. And then she would just devour his fries. Or
I don't do that though.
No, you don't do that, but like that pissed him off so much, and it made me laugh so much because I thought it was hilarious. He was not amused by it at all because he was like, buy your own food. Why eating my food? He was like, now I'm hungry too because he didn't eat any food. And she was like, but I didn't want you to think I was fat. And then, you know, that didn't end well for anybody. But, that's,
I was gonna say, she probably just doesn't want to feel fat.
Yes, well.
By, like, ordering her own fries or whatever.
Well, be that as it may, it made her seem very weird. So I guess that was the trade-off.
I'm not saying it's a good plan. I mean, that's why I don't do that, but...
Yeah. Okay, what hell on earth is this? There's no way that this is that easy. I know what it is. I even called it. I was gonna say, before I even said it, I knew that it was gonna be that it builds on the previous puzzle. Because I was like, there's no way that it's this simple without like getting more and more complicated as I move along. Okay, nope. Don't you fucking zoom me in, game. Don't you fucking zoom me in like I'm some sort of zoomer. There we are. Boop. And then... Oh. Boop. And then... That's not gonna work. This is gonna require thinking. I was not prepared for that. What if I were to... Oh, I don't need to block off the orange and or the purple and the green from each other. They can coexist just fine. It's the white square and the black square that can't. So if I do this... Okay, this is a good stall. This is a good approach. This is a fine and dandy approach. So I want something like that. And like that. And that doesn't solve it. What about this? Okay. I don't like that this is getting harder. And harder. And harder. Alright. If I... Oh, why'd you take the previous solution away from me? Oh. Okay. And some... Wow, it's an overlaying black and white tile. That's not cool. That's not okay. Alright. What if I were to bring about world peace? Something like this is not gonna do it. What if I brought down the house? I don't know why I'm saying some stupid shit all of a sudden. If I did... That's not a good approach. Okay. This is very, very confusing. So the thing is, I only have to solve every puzzle locally. I don't have to come up with a solution that satisfies every single puzzle at the same time, per se. It's more that whatever solution I do has to consistently solve every puzzle on the grid. So if I were to do something like this, then no. If I were to do something like this, then we're in actually really good shape for this absolute slam dunk of a solution. Give it here. Couldn't be easier. Retiring as the world champion. No other puzzles need to be solved ever. Shit. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my favorite puzzle in the game. This is actually fantastic. I hope that Jonathan Blow is watching right now, and he is trying to curse my very existence and succeeding at it, I would hope. I would hope that if he's going to do that, at least he's doing a good job, right? So, I know for a fact that I have to block off that. This is looking really good. And unfortunately, the gravy train is out of broth. Okay, the good times ended with that solution before they even began. Alright, this is looking promising. This is looking promising. This is looking promising. Oh, almost, except for the second puzzle in succession is the one that comes along and slaps my victory right out of my hands. This was looking like the solution of the gods, but it was not meant to be. Now, there is something that I could do, and that is I could not be an idiot and actually solve the puzzle correctly because I was looking at it incorrectly. And that is the strategy that I would recommend. In a game about solving puzzles, I would highly recommend solving the puzzles correctly. It definitely helps you get to the end of the puzzles a lot quicker. Now, let's go ahead and go up here and look at this console thing and try to figure out what I'm supposed to do, because all I see is an environmental puzzle. Wait, really? I can't solve it? Is it because there's a thing in the way? That's very, very weird. How is this not an environmental puzzle? It's literally a giant witness path. That's really, really strange. Okay, well, no skin off my tomato. Let's see if I try solving it not with the glass in the way. All right. Oh. Okay, and when I get to that bottom floor there, I assume I'll be able to solve this puzzle. Alright, cool, cool. Let's go back up here and look at this console and try to figure out what I'm supposed to do differently. I have put... I solved a green thing. What did the green thing unlock, though? Did the green thing... It just ends. Did it go to like the top floor or something? Let me check that out real quick. Oh, wait, did it unlock that console? Let's try just solving this. I think I see what the issue is. Okay, so if I come over here and... Oh. Alright. Okay. I can't undo the solution from here. So I'm pretty sure I want to get this path to dock in right there. So if I go over here, take that, and I can just go ahead and group that white in to that there, but I won't. So if I go over here, I grab that, come over here, How do I not block this thing off? Let's just go to the other side and quickly try to find another solution. And hopefully there is a way to reconcile these together. So what I was thinking was something that was kind of like this. This is a really, really beautiful combination of orange and blue, by the way. Those are immensely satisfying colors to look at together. This is an interesting solution. Puts me over there, but that's not where I want to be. I'm wondering... if the right idea is... Let's go over here, we'll grab that. Come over here, grab these. So that doesn't solve part of it. Okay. Okay. I come over here, group that. And then... I'm trying to think of how I would not block off the other solution, or a path on the other side there. And I think... if I do something... So this won't work because I've still blocked off the other side from actually being able to reach into this area. So what do I need to do? What do I need to do? I need to... If I take that... Whatever I need to do, I need to try to stay off the left side of this panel as much as possible. I can tell you that much. Beyond that, I am a little bit stumped. But... I feel like if I come up here, then I'm blocking... I want to, I think, end in this upper right corner. So... what I'm thinking I need to do... I'm actually totally stumped here. I don't want hints, but don't expect any good commentary out of me for the next couple of minutes while I try to, like, wrap my brain around this one. Just picturing Jonathan Blow, like, twiddling a mustache and like, oh, you'll never be able to get through this one, bird. That was a much, much, much better evil villain laugh than I thought I could ever muster, by the way. That was actually pretty legit. You have good commentary. Dude, I'm not gonna take shit from the guy who says, "Urgh," because they're a King Thwomp. Throw some shade at me, you're gonna get it right back. Alright, what about... Pfeh, and then pfeh, and then pfeh. Well, that's closer. But it's still no potatoes. Okay, what about pfeh and... Huh? Oh, maybe. Nope. Damn you. Damn you, puzzles. That's the level I'm at this point. Let's see. Try and go straight down the middle and then go right to a port. Unfortunately, that won't work with the star rule. But if it did work, then that would be pretty great, because I'd be done with the puzzle and I could be having a beer right now, even though I don't actually drink anymore. I mean, I do drink, but not, like, at home. Only at bars, which is fine. God, it's so close. Well, there's a way to do this, because I don't think they'd put an impossible puzzle in the game. But it'd be pretty funny if they did put an impossible puzzle in the game. Like, that's something, but it ain't what I need. I wonder if I can reach that panel from here, though. Like, I wonder if I can cross over from here. Nope. Alright. Why do I need the other side? Because I thought I needed the other side. I mean, do I not need the other side? Because if so, then that makes my life pretty straightforward if I just come over. If I don't need the other side, then, I think it's mathematically to solve it from this side while leaving room for the other side to win. Alright, I mean, if that's the case, then... I come over here, and then go to the other panel. Then I don't, the problem is I don't have a clue what the hell I'm supposed to do with this thing. Like, do I just, like, do nothing? That still doesn't answer the mystery of what this green thing solved. I suppose I might be getting a little bit, I might be putting the cart in front of the oxen there. And maybe I need to go up another floor before I get too wrapped up in this. Although I don't see a green wire going anywhere, so I don't think that this actually was anything, but it could be over here. Let's go. Okay, this went up. Alright, let's go back down. I think I might have ran past whatever that thing was unlocking for me. Wait. Nope, that's already been solved. Okay. Because I think I ran past something. But I'm not sure what. I feel like I did. Nope. Okay, nothing's over here. It gave me access to that. Okay, the green cord just opened the stairway to the console. Okay. That's all it did. What if... Okay. So, sorry for wasting everybody's time with that one. What if I do... this side? Oh, that wasn't a good move. What if I do... this side? Okay, all that really seems to do is just get me to the other side. I wonder if... I need to... what if I just need to, like, solve it by just, like, ignoring the other side completely? Just do this. Does that unlock the door? It doesn't unlock the door. So, how do I get across without and then, like, remove the bridge when I'm on the other side? That's the thing that I'm a little bit lost on. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make that jump, unfortunately. But I can... what if I... am I able to make it if I go there? Like... no, that's not going to be close enough. That would be, but it doesn't actually do it. Somebody is in my chat confirming that this room may or may not be possible. That is a fantastic response. I commend you, and I would recommend you to get a top brass position at the CIA with that level of Glomar, my friend. Okay, if I do this... that gets me to the other side. And... I'm just gonna run over again. And I'm literally just gonna run back and forth, basically, until I have the aha moment that gets me through this shit. There must be a reason that they gave me this panel. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay. That did something. So by keeping that one solved, I think that unlocked the door over there, and all I need to do is come back and resolve this in a way that allows me to get into that other section, which would be something like this-ish. Okay, not quite. But this is a much, much simpler problem to solve than the one I was originally trying to solve, and I'm wondering if this is supposed to be an iterative puzzle, meaning that I come up with another solution before I just jump straight into solving this. How about I do something like that? And then it might be that I'm able to go back across again and solve it in a slightly different way that makes it a little bit easier for me to solve it from the other side. Something like that. Okay, then I go back across. And let's see what this does for me. This looks like that, yeah, that's almost what I was going for. But I want to grab that white tile in the end. Almost, though. Almost, though. Very, very close. So now I just use the orange guy once again to help me solve some of this puzzle. And I like this puzzle too. This is a great puzzle. So all I need to do is just grab that. And this is as good as solved. I probably didn't need to iterate on this. There was probably, at least not to the extent that I did, there's probably a cleaner solution that takes like 2 steps to arrive at. But that is sufficient to get me out of here. And I wonder if... Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, fuck, not yet. No, I'm not ready. Okay. Any percent takes that many steps, about that many steps too. Are you saying that I am an any percent speedrunner of this game? Because if so, I always knew that. I always knew that I had it in me to play the Witness better, faster, sexier than any man has ever, or woman for that matter, has ever dared to dream of being a Witness. I'm now trying to rack my brain to think of Witness protection program related puns, and I can't think of any because all of those puns are fucking stupid. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm going crazy. Okay. Another thought that I had is, I wonder if there's like a bunch of different potential environmental puzzles here for every combination that solves these guys. Certainly it looks like there's it looks like that could be the case. There's a bunch of different ones, but oh joy, I have to solve a bunch of this. Well, that can't be too hard, can it? Yeah, this won't be hard at all. See? Now I just need to solve all of them, and I don't know quite if there's a gimmick or not. I think that because this is the final level in the game, well, I mean, it's not the final level, but it's basically the final hurrah zone. It has to assume that you're not familiar with every single mechanic, or at least not to the extent of like, yeah, you've basically 100'd it. So I think it's being a little bit on the gentler side with some of the puzzles here. Certainly these are by far some of the easiest ones that are involving this little cancellation node. Which might also just be a testament to the fact that maybe Jonathan Blow just didn't like that mechanic very much. Straightforward, and now we have a big ol' two solution at once puzzle. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. What? Oh. All right. Let's eliminate some squares and make it easier on myself. I'm gonna just go ahead and destroy that 4 block right away, just so I don't have to deal with that. So we need to solve a 3 block, which is not going to be possible. Not with a mirror mechanic like this, because any 3 block is going to bump into itself. So I do want to have the 4 block as a solution. And then I have a... Okay, so if I have a 4 block somewhere, so if I have a 4, what in the world is this? Well, okay, I need to take a step back and think through, like, what am I... Okay, so there's a big difference here because I do have a bigger grid to work with. So if I have a 4 block and then a that style block, this really concerns me. That one's really tough. How would I even solve a 3 guy like that? Oh, okay, okay, I think I see this. I am, probably thinking about this in the wrong, direction. So, if I do something like this, and then, overlay the pieces correctly, then I can indeed have a flat 3 piece like this. So let's do that, because I think that that's what I need. And I also need to actually solve it correctly. So let's do that. Okay, so let's say I have a 3 piece like that. And then I have a I'll need to be very careful about which ones of these I pick. So I kind of want to, if I'm solving this with like a mirror style thinking, then I need to, so I have a 3 here, I then have a 3 like that, I then have if I have an L-shaped piece like that, and then there's this thing. Okay, if I flip this and I take the other L-shaped piece, so I get this L-shaped piece, and then I have an L-shaped piece like this and like this. Then I have 1 tile left over. Okay, okay. So let's say I have... I really don't want to take this piece, because I don't think this piece will make my life very easy. I could be wrong, but I don't think I want that one. So, if I have the 3 at the bottom here, and then I take the L-shaped piece from here that's the opposite one. So I might as well just do that real quick just to get it in my mind. So that would be not possible. I don't think. Okay, so that's good to know. That does simplify my life a little bit. Because I can't take this piece without, it's either I take these blocks or I take these blocks, and if I take this block, then I'm eliminating it. So if I take that one, there's no way for me to actually solve the puzzle. So I know, for that reason, that there is a limitation that I can only take a, this style of piece. Let's look here. Is it possible for me to take this piece by eliminating the other piece? And I don't think that that's possible either, because I'd have to be able to do something like that, which I can't do. So that's good, because that also makes my life a lot simpler. This is one where I think there's a little bit of leeway in which pieces I can grab. So I could grab this guy, which changes my thinking a little bit. And I also have the 4 piece to contend with. So I like picking the 3 because it allows me to kind of use the mirror property a little bit better. So if I take these 3, and then I have a piece like this here, I have the L-shaped piece here, and then I have the other L-shaped piece. I was thinking it's almost something like this, but I don't think this actually solves it in the end, because I think that I'm off by like 3. That's a shame. And what can I do about that? I feel like I need to get out the pieces of paper and start cutting again, but I don't think anybody's gonna want to watch me do that a second time.
Yeah, people enjoyed it last time.
Okay, so if I have if I take the square instead, what's that gonna do for my life? Well, I could do this with the L. I don't know. I need something in the middle, so I could do that. This with the L, and then okay, taking the square looks like it's going to be a really, really, really rough idea. I don't know about that. I feel like I'm going to be stuck on this one for a little while. If I come up here and okay, what if I were to grab this thing like that? And then I do that. That doesn't look like it's going to solve it, but I've been wrong about other things. And if I am able to get my solution in a lazy way, nah. Okay, go figure. Okay, root beer moment. Deliciousable. Okay, so I can... Just to double check, I don't think there's a way for me to grab... Oh, hang on. So I can grab that. So that should make my life a lot easier. And because this thing biases towards the center in its symmetry. So anything that moves us to the middle is good. A&W root beer or Barks root beer? I don't remember. It's in the fridge.
I'll go look at it.
Okay, if I do 3, and then we have these. I now have a tile like that, so it's those 3, which makes life much simpler. I still have this thing up here to contend with. But I can put those two together to make like a 6 block. Like just a solid 6. So if I have a 4 and like a 6 block like that, then the only thing that's out of place is this guy. So I don't really want to have the 4 block, because that takes up a lot of space. So if I do the 3 here, then the 6 block there, then the only thing that's out of place is this guy, whom I can't really put anywhere. Because this one is like... So this notches in with that guy. That's easy enough. And this is where it gets a little bit weird. We have a I'm wondering if it's better for me to put these 2 shapes together to make them very easy to work with, or if it's better for me to put this shape with this one of those. It would be this shape to make a block that's effectively just 4 across. So if I put 4 across like that, then that's really kind of hard to place. But if I do 4, if I grab the 4 tile like this, then we could put that there. Put that. Did I say this was 4? Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's 2. I don't know why I thought that. Or why I kept calling that 4 across. Let's see. So if I were to put the two L-shaped blocks together, I would have something that is this shape, which is really, really difficult to work with because it's not even, and it is even, which makes it very hard to fit in anywhere in this puzzle. So I don't think that it's a good idea to do that, but it then makes it very, very hard for me to figure out what I'm supposed to do with this thing at all. So if I use the 4 block and then put something atop the 4 block like that, then we get a shape like that. And if I use the 3 block, but the 3 blocks are the wrong way. I was gonna say I could put the 3 here and then take this guy and put him there, and then I would be able to use this space to do the other 3 block. But I don't have that option because neither of those fit in on the top like that. However, if I do 3, 4, if I do like 3 block like that, and then a 3 block like that, I have 6, and then I'm screwed because it gets really, really, really hard to figure out what I'm supposed to do from there. The other thing that I'm not considering that could be potentially horrible is how as if these things, like their position in the sub puzzles, also matters. I really hope that's not the case, but if it were, then I would be very, very screwed, I think. If I... Let me think about this real quick. Let me grab this one. So now, what I'm deciding to do is I'm going to try and go for the solution where these two are mixed together, basically. So, if I do that, but instead I have like a 3, I have one of the L-shaped blocks going that way, and then an L-shaped block going that way, where they're staggered, then that's going to be a huge pain in the ass, and I don't want to do that. But let me think about this. If I do a block like this, and then if I do a block like that, oh ho ho ho! Okay, this is looking good. Okay, so I have the 3 block here, and then I have the if I put the 3 block there, this one's rotated so that it goes over here, up to there, and then this guy goes on these 3 tiles. I'm now in a position where the only tile that remains is whatever I do up here, which is just the single remaining block, which is a problem. Let me just go ahead and lay this out. So I'm thinking, so far my solution gets me to here, basically. And now the problem is I have a block that I can't do anything with. It's the final piece that's up over here in the top right. And that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get with this arrangement of tiles. Which means that I think I'm doing this wrong, because I think that I need this 4 square. So I take the 4 square and I put it here. I then take this guy and I lay it there. And then I need this thing here. And then okay, if I lay that in there, then I'm here. I have an extra tile on the left side that I need to contend with, which is not anything. I can use unless I grab that. Okay, so now I take this tile and I lay it in here. So I'm at this position. So I've laid that in, I've laid this L-shaped block in, I then have put that one in. So I have these 2 extra tiles, which are a problem. So let me just lay out again like what I'm thinking. So I have the 4 block here, and then effectively this is what I have. So in your mind, just place in the L-shaped block having been rotated a certain way, and then I used one of the like the smaller L-shaped like right angle blocks to flesh it out. But the alternative is I take both of the like right angle guys and I have and then I put them together to make the entire bottom right corner. But then this guy, this L-shaped block, is still a huge problem. So that's not going to fly. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, 3 goes at the end. I've then put an L-shaped block like that. And then the other L-shaped block I've like fit in like that. Nope. How far are you from the latest episode on YouTube? This is 4 days behind or ahead of YouTube. I do not have much of a backlog built up at this point. Okay, so let's say I have the 3 up there. And then this has been rotated. The L-shaped Tetris block has been rotated to be like that. Then this piece is there. And then Okay, that piece is there. And then that piece is, or this piece up here. The other thing is, I think that if I mirror this, I need to make sure I have the right number of squares in the end. And I'm not sure if I've been ensuring that very well. Okay, 4 L-shaped block like that. What does this do for me? A whole lot of pain is what that does for me. 4. Then 3 like that. So one of those, it would be if I switched out to this one, which, okay, I have a 4. I then have one of the L-shaped Tetris blocks like that. I have a right angle like that. And then that doesn't work either. Okay. So 4, one of the L-shaped blocks. That solves 2 of them. So you'd think that would be good news, but it's not. Because I think I need hang on. What if I do the 3 here? So the 3 up there, then this L-shaped, or this right angle block, and then the L-shaped Tetris block like that. No. This is getting completely out of hand. How close am I to the end? Yeah, that guy over there is basically how I feel right now. Okay. This is a very, very tough one. I feel like I have to be basically at the very end of the game. Because this is really, really hard. Okay, a piece like that, or the L-shaped block like that, is probably not a good idea. But let's just think it through. So the 3 piece right there, this piece right there. Yeah, I think that I need to have, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tiles. And I think that I need an even number of tiles to solve this, right? Is it possible for me to make any solution that let me just think this through real quick. So this solution, if it were a solution, gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles. This solution gives me just thinking shit through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I believe it is the case that any solution must use an odd number of tiles in total. So if I were to use this square, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if I were to use this square, if I were to use the square, then I must also have a solution that uses this thing. And vice versa. So if I use the triple, then I must use a solution using this piece. So that is a lemma that I'm going to use to help me like reason through this puzzle. And I'm pretty confident that there is no way to get out of that Yeah, I think that has to be true. So, that means that any solution that uses the triple piece and uses that... Yeah, any solution that uses the triple piece and this piece can either use that... it limits the number of combinations from everything else, which is really good. So, if I have this 3 here, and I have this... If I have this tile, and then I have this rotated tile, like, I don't have enough tiles, I think. So, I'm of the opinion that a solution, any solution I can think of, will need to use the 4 and the L-shaped Tetris block here, which I don't remember how to solve. This piece is grabbable, right? It has to be. Otherwise, I just made my life a lot simpler again. You have to be able to use it, right? Okay. In this puzzle, you can solve it with this piece. Or solve it with these tiles. It can't be rotated, so it has to be solved in that manner. Did I already prove that you can't use this piece?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't think it's possible to use this this piece. Because how do you get that any other way than this thing? You can't. But I don't see a way to actually solve this puzzle that allows you to grab this slice. Meaning that I think you have to do it this way, right? That's it. There's no way to grab this L-shaped block in a slice. And if I'm somehow wrong, I just want a person in chat to confirm with me one way or the other that that's true. You don't have to tell me anything else, but just yes, no, is it possible to grab this piece from that puzzle? I'm going to operate on the assumption that no, you cannot. So if that piece has been eliminated, and I know that you need an odd number of tiles, then that means, too, that this square cannot be a part of the solution. Because any... as I proved earlier, any solution is going to require an odd number of tiles. So, that means that this is in the puzzle, this is in the puzzle, and I just need to use one of these last two combinations. So that's really good. That's really, really good to have those simplifications in place. Now, then, if I take this 3... and put it underneath one of these guys. Okay. So I can make a 6. I can make a 3x2 piece by combining both of these. Or I can, if I put the 3 here, and then put the L-shaped block like that, and then put the right angle block like that on there, then I will have a unsolvable puzzle because I haven't accommodated that piece. Okay, a 3 there. A L-shaped block like that. A L-shaped block like that. Which then also means that I have something like that. Which then... Okay, hold on. 3... L-shaped block. Fuck. I thought I had it. Okay. L-shaped Tetris block. One of these guys. L-shaped block. One of these guys. Then... L-shaped block. 3-piece. This guy here. Piece. Was I wrong and you don't have to always have a 4? That might be true. Okay, so 3... Because there's another potential solution. No, there's not another solution to this. Well, there is. There's an interesting thought that I'm having, which is a solution. No. Okay. I was right that it requires some sort of even number of tiles. Or an odd number of tiles. But let's just double check to make sure I actually have an odd number of tiles again. So I have 3, 6, 9. Alright then. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. My mind kind of blanked out for a second because I was like, I just counted to 14, and I know that's not right. So if I were to grab that 4, then that would put me at 14. Okay, 3. Wait. 3 like that. There is a way to solve this using an even number of tiles. Let me show you. No, this isn't the way to solve it. This puzzle keeps messing with my mind just a little bit. Just a smidgel. Okay, so 3, and then if I have a 3 block like that, and then the 6 block, is it possible to like cut in here? Because then I would have, well, I'd have one more. What if... Well, what does that do for me? A 3 block here. The other L-shaped piece like that. Then the... Oh, that makes it really hard. Okay, the 3 block like that. The right or this 3, then that piece. So if I grab these 4, no, that won't work. That won't work. Good Lord. Okay. L-shaped piece like this, then 4 block, then what was I doing? L-shaped piece rotated like that, 4 block, 3 block, and then other 3 block. Okay, L-shaped piece like this, then Tetris block like that, other L-shaped piece like this, then 3 block. That would almost work, except I have an extra tile there. And if I have an extra tile there, then that implies... Okay, that's 5, 10, 15, 17 tiles. Doesn't solve it. You feel like this puzzle will have a dedicated video for how long it's taking. Yes, and I'm also going to chop it. I'm going to cut out like a third of it easily. Same thing I did with 6 billion humans. I'm going to release an unredacted version, but I'm also going to chop it up so that I'm respectful of everyone's time except for my own. So 3 L-shaped block, L-shaped block, L-shaped block. God damn it! Maybe... Okay, if I use the 4 tile... I can't grab that piece, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't think it's possible to solve this with an even number of tiles. I really don't. I cannot think of a way that you could do it. Unless I'm just not thinking outside the box. Because even the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 25. So any... Oh, okay. I can prove it in a very easy way. There are 25 tiles in total. And anytime I exclude any tile, I take them off in pairs of 2. So I know for a fact that I have to use an odd number of tiles. So I cannot use that 4 square at all. It's just a combination of this other shit that's... God. Yeah. Recording under stairs. I'm not sure what you meant to say there, unless you're trying to say I'm recording under stress, in which case I agree with that sentiment. unless a middle column is excluded. As in, the problem with that is if you eliminate a column somehow, like if you come up here and you eliminate it, there are now 3 columns that are, you know, that you can play with. Likewise, I can't exclude a row like that. So, as far as I know, you cannot eliminate more than or less than 2 tiles at a single time. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, that's 5 plus 8. So that's a number I can't even begin
13.
to count. I know, I'm just making fun. What if that was a solution and I just happened upon it and then like just didn't
You're
solve
just like,
it?
eh,
Yeah,
that can't be right.
that'd be really funny. Just
The
like
chat would be going nuts if that was the case.
that. Okay. So then the other thing is that if it's 13, if I have 13 squares, if I have 13 tiles, that's the maximum number of tiles that I can eliminate. So I have to eliminate roughly half of all the tiles on the board with whatever my solution is. Meaning that I cannot compact these too much. Because if I eliminate half of them and I eliminate half of them cleanly, then I would wind up like only halfway to the goal and I wouldn't be able to actually solve this puzzle. So I have to be relatively space inefficient with whatever I do. So, but I have to also start on this side. So what I need to do is, if I have the 3 like this, and then an L-shaped block like that, I then have to use an L-shaped block this is just fucking maddening. God. I really have to be thinking of something incorrectly. But my two guiding principles that this is it requires an odd number of tiles, and that like you have to have that. I can't think of anything else. So what the hell do I do? 6 block here, 3 block, and then L-shaped block, but I can't do it. I can't find a home for that L-shaped block. The L-shaped block is there, and then I have another block like that. Then that's doable. And then I lay in the 3 block. But then I always have some bastard who's messing it up. L-shaped block. Then something like that. How would I solve that? How would I do that? Okay, I can then lay the 3 block in there. But then I've used 3 tiles, and I still have this one messing everything up. L-shaped block. Right angle, 3. That's too compact. Okay, L-shaped block, 4. That's how desperate I'm getting at this point. Take the 4 block, and then I lay this L-shaped block and that L-shaped block, and then I still have this guy messing everything up.
What if you tried the other L-shaped block? Because it's a mirror image of the one you chose, right?
I mean, I'm not even thinking about it that much, because I think as soon as I find a pattern that works, like, at that point I'll be able to, like, pick and choose which blocks actually make it happen. But until I get to that point, I can't really iterate on anything.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. L-shaped block. Right angle block. 4. Nope. L-shaped block. Like that. This L-shaped block. No. L-shaped block here. God damn it. Okay. The 2 L-shaped blocks overlaid into a square like that. Then the 3 block along the bottom in the middle. I've thought about that. There's recording on the stairs to my right. Am I being... am I being... oh, there it is.
Looked at on the astronomical timescale, humanity is at the very beginning of its existence. A newborn babe, with all the unexplored potentialities of babyhood. And until the last few moments, its interest has been centered absolutely and exclusively on its cradle and feeding bottle. It has just become conscious of the vast world existing outside itself and its cradle. It is learning to focus its eyes on distant objects, and its awakening brain is beginning to wonder, in a vague, dreamy way, what they are and what purpose they serve. Its interest in this external world is not much developed yet, so that the main part of its faculties is still engrossed with the cradle and feeding bottle, but a little corner of its brain is beginning to wonder. James Jeans, 1928.
I feel like that one was targeted at me and is being like, oh, look at the little baby who's not able to solve the witness puzzle. Oh, you gonna cry, little baby? I just had an idea though. 6 block, like that. And then wait, hold on. Where did my idea go? So it's like an L-shaped block like this. Oh, an L-shaped block like that, which then also picks off one of these, and then we have the 3 block laid in there. But that won't work. Okay, why won't that work? L-shaped block, right angle block, 3 block. This is... I'm starting to reach that point where I can't even, like, come up with anything new to say, because all I'm saying is just the word blank blank block, blank block, block block block, block 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 block, over and over and over again. So, that's something. Okay. 6 here. So this feels like it almost should work. I can pack up these entire first 2 rows, but then I can't get to the end if I do that. What about block up here, like an L-shaped block there, and then just take that exit. So we have the L-shaped Tetris block. It's like laid out like that. And then in the upper right corner we have the right angle block. We have the other right angle block. And then we don't have any solution to this shit. I feel like I'm deliberately ignoring chats. Hello. I'm just not trying chat solutions because it's, you know, I'm the one who's playing. Not to, like, that came out like a little bit harsh, but like I am just like not going with the solutions that have been pitched at me. Sorry. But I am reading everything. It's just I'm ignoring everything. Struggled with this puzzle for a good couple of hours. Cool. So am I. Oh. I feel like this is the end. I mean, there can't be, you know, there can't be much more than this. Okay. Those 3. Then those 3. Oh, there's more? Oh, no. Oh. Okay, that's fine. All right. So the other solution is that I cut things out from the middle. So if I have the 3 block here, no. 3 block there, then L-shaped block there. Oh, why am I thinking of that? Okay, 3 block there, then top parts of the L-shaped Tetris block there, and then that's really strange, but it seems interesting enough. So 3 block L-shaped block, gets me to there. And then I have the 6 block, which gives me an extra piece that I've grabbed from over here. Why is it that it keeps feeling like I'm able to solve it with 1 extra block left over? Because that would imply that I'm supposed to use an even number of blocks, but I don't think I'm supposed to do that. But let me think this through real quick. So if we have the L-shaped Tetris block like that, and then we have the 4 block up here. Like, it keeps fucking with my mind. So L-shaped block, and then the 6 block from the other 2 things, then the 4 block here, and then I have this one left over. So it's like I'm always off by 1. But whether I take the 4 block or the 3 block, I keep winding up being off by 1. So I'm pretty certain that these... I'm pretty sure that these are the blocks that I need to solve the puzzle. It's this specific combination. Or maybe these 2 are flipped. I don't know, I don't really care. But I'm positive that I cannot solve this puzzle by using the 4 in the lower left. I am also positive that I can't solve this puzzle at all. Let's see. It's like the triangle thing where you rearrange the pieces and you get an extra gap. Yeah, that's kind of funny. That's a great way to punk somebody out. If I do L-shaped block, then that, then 3, wait. L-shaped. Okay. L-shaped block. That guy. Oh, like a right angle block. Oh, wait, hang on. L-shaped block like this. Right angle block like that. No. Something like L-shaped block like this. Right angle block like that. Right angle block like this. Fuck, it's so close. It's not quite right. Ah, God, it's so close. L-shaped block, but I think I'm stumbling upon something. I think I'm getting somewhere. L-shaped block like that. That guy like that. Or like a right angle there. And then a right angle there. And then that. But then I have a leftover one. You need to believe in loopholes. I find that to be kind of funny. Okay. L-shaped block. What if I... Okay. L-shaped block like that. And then and then I have okay, I'm really digging having one of the L-shaped blocks go up like the middle like that, because that gets me really close to getting to the end, and it's nice and inefficient. Now, the other thing is L-shaped block like this, L-shaped block like that, 3 block, and then that. No, that doesn't solve it. L-shaped block like this. No, no, no. That gets really, really wonky. L-shaped block like that gets really strange. So if I do use that way, and then I put a block like this, and a block like that, then the 3 block doesn't seem to fit anywhere. However, if I put the 3 block up here, then I put the L-shaped block like this, and then one of the blocks like that, and one of the blocks like that, then it's almost like I could have a solution that was like this, but I still have 1 left over in the end. God damn, this is hard. L-shaped block like this, L-shaped block like that, L-shaped, no, that's completely fucking insane. Okay, 3 block right here, and then everything gives me like 1 more than I need. Whether I take the maximum number of tiles or not. So, if that's the case, then I think I need to flip my thinking. If every solution that I'm coming up with, where I am trying to use the mirrored property in this way, where I'm like, I'm building it out of like coming in from the borders, gives me 1 more on either side, then it must be the case that the opposite thinking gives me the correct number of tiles, wherein what I'm thinking is if I go to the middle and cut things out like this, then the interior area is a odd number of tiles, but the exterior area is an even number of tiles. So if we look on the outsides here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 2 7-tiled areas that are that's 14. So if I do that, then if I solve it this way, I now have the 4 shape, or the 4 square box. So if I take the 4 box and I put it up here, and the other one is a, okay, if I have the 3 box like that, and then the 3 box like that, then I have the 4, and then I have the 3, then that's wrong, because I'm still thinking about it incorrectly. If I have this, is it the case that I'm supposed to use 2 partitions? No. Maybe. Yes, so there are 2 areas here whenever I divide this up. I have an even area and I have an odd area. If I attempt to solve... I've attempted to solve everything using the odd area, and I can't pull it off. So if I try to solve stuff using the even area, then what do I get? I get something like squares like that. And that obviously doesn't solve it, but it's interesting because that's 3, and then people in my chat are now solving this. Well, that's nice. I'm glad I could help. God. I'm just gonna have to give up fairly soon, and that sucks because I don't want to give up, but I literally have to because I have other things I need to do, and that sucks. I really don't want to have to quit for that reason, but I'm like actually running out of time to play video games for the night. So I've 2 groups of 7 this way. Am I willing to take help? No, never. As long as you've ever seen anyone stuck in this puzzle. Yeah, this has felt like an eternity, I'll tell you that much. I feel like this is a puzzle that you either get or you don't, probably. Because other people are saying that they had to, like, take breaks and come back to it and stuff like that. But... yeah, okay, I have to call it here. That sucks. But I really do have to call it here. Because I've been going for, 2.5... cheat engine through the wall. Yeah, I've been going for 2.5 hours, so I can't spend any more time on this because I have to do other shit. I'm sorry. I really am. I know people were watching and hoping that I get this tonight, but I can't. I gotta go. Alright, well, we'll do this tomorrow. God damn it. That sucks because it sucks for a lot of different reasons. Oh well. Take care.